I grew up on 17th Street in Brooklyn, New York, and it was all I ever knew until I moved out 7 years ago at 17, and I haven't been back since. My parents separated when I moved to college, and none of them could afford to stay in the place I grew up in, so we all moved away. With no more connection to 17th Street, my childhood and this block in Brooklyn have lived as almost a figment of my imagination, so I wanted to go back. This is a video documentation of what feels like the ghost town of my childhood. Coming here was weird. It felt smaller, grayer, and almost ripped of life. It felt sad. But I'd like to reflect on some of the people and stories that gave this place life. In my memory, 17th Street is a living entity. It breathed and cried and laughed, and it felt separate from the world around us. It was an insulated home. This is where Monica lived. She had 3 young boys who became my best friends, and her house became my second home. Monica always left her door unlocked and opened. Her stoop was most often occupied by any given neighbor who wanted to survey the land with beer in hand. When our parents stopped to sit and share one, us kids would run and play. I remember what it felt like to scooter down this block. As the texture of the pavement below you changed, your brains would feel either rattled or smooth. In my memory, this block seems long and expansive. Coming back, it seems overwhelmingly short. But I can still hear 17th Street in the early 2000s. It sounded like the pianist who lived across the street from me practicing piano in the morning. It sounded like Gabe D'Angelo yelling his son Anthony's name. It sounded like neighborhood couples fighting in the middle of the night. Sometimes it felt like we were living in the same home. We really saw each other's lives. We heard each other fight and laugh, and we saw the dysfunction and function of family. Here's where me, my mom, and my dad lived. Our landlord, Michael Bank, lived on the first floor, and every time he saw me, he gave me a $2 bill. He never said anything when my parents were late on rent. So much happened in this one-bedroom apartment. It was so full of life. Seeing it here on a realty website, empty and listed for $2,500 a month, is strange. I look at this place, and to me, it's mine. The memories are mine, but it's someone else's now. Someone who will never know that me or my family or the life that we had there existed. I realize that this video, filmed in the dead of winter, has been awfully gray. So here's what 17th Street looked like in the summer at our annual Soapbox Derby race, which was run by Monica. The race was held during one of our yearly block parties. Children would build race cars at a summer camp that Monica ran and race them down the block on race day. This was the highlight of every year.
Today they're very excited to race it down the steep hill, and that's it. They're focused on that.
Spectators, stand back. This car has real teeth. Number 8. He has a fast car. Henry! All right. Very nice. 3, 4, 4, 3, and 4.
We try to make the cars slow enough so they're not dangerous.
I felt awesome because I just felt like our car it was just really cool, so I felt awesome.
There is a tie for first place engineering.
Oh! Oh my gosh, one of the cars is on fire, it looks like.
So, is a home still a home once you've left for good?